In today's show, prominent futures trader eyes crypto and predicts that Bitcoin will shatter $24,000 in just 6 months. That's right, Adam Mancini just told his Twitter followers that Bitcoin is setting up for a move, likely to follow in gold's footsteps. We're coiling into a multi-year triangle, and these don't resolve with small moves. Given the trend entering this pattern was up, this should resolve the same way with $15,000 and then $24,000 targets. I'll be breaking this down for you here in today's show. And then we had Max Keiser just tweet yesterday, somewhere Peter Schiff is puking his brains out right now. $28,000 is in play before we see a pullback. And then we're heading to six figures. That is right. If you missed the memo, Bitcoin surged about $1,000 just yesterday alone. And Max Keiser actually published this a couple weeks back. Bitcoin will reach $100,000 and destroy anyone who gets in its way. This is coming directly from Max Keiser himself, who goes on the record to share all of these projects will be eviscerated. Max says, adding, now Bitcoin's going to make its move. He explains that Bitcoin has been playing cat and mouse with these other projects to see who's right and who's wrong. It's going to go up to $100,000 per coin, but it's going to destroy everyone who gets in its way. So all these altcoin posers and government subsidy welfare bums will be eviscerated by the one true Bitcoin. It's about time. I'll be breaking this down for you here in today's show. Max Keiser also shared Bitcoin knows the global economy's G-spot. I agree 100%. Also in today's show, top analyst Tone Vase says rapid Bitcoin rise to new all-time highs is likely if the crypto king can overcome one final hurdle. We'll be discussing what this final hurdle is. He goes on to share, so as long as this trend continues, I will be very bullish on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will have a pullback back to 10K. After that, it can take off to new all-time highs quickly, just like gold. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin very much. I'm not touching my HODL position. Also in today's show, we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. Bitcoin soared to about 11,400 yesterday before consolidating back to where it's at, still up about 6.5% for the day. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, be sure to smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. We have lots to discuss as Bitcoin has been soaring, now up about $1,000 in the past 24 hours. Prominent futures trader eyes crypto and predicts Bitcoin will shatter $24,000 within the next 6 months. Let's break it down. Full-time futures trader Adam Mancini is taking note of Bitcoin's latest exploits. He predicts that Bitcoin will print a new all-time high of $24,000 in only 6 months. Mancini tells his nearly 60,000 Twitter followers that the crypto king is poised to end its 3-year-long consolidation and follow gold's lead. Taking a look at his tweet here, Bitcoin is setting up for a move, likely to follow in gold's footsteps. We're coiling into a multi-year triangle, and these don't resolve with small moves. Given the trend entering this pattern was up, this should resolve the same way with $15,000 and then $24,000 targets. And as you can see in this ascending triangle right here, breaking it down for ya, Mancini's forecast comes as Bitcoin breaks key psychological resistances at 10,000 as well as 10,500, creeping all the way up to about 11,500 before consolidating back to where it's currently at about 11,000. Now, while Bitcoin has struggled to take out that level throughout the year, Glassnode suggests that Bitcoin's latest trip above 5 figures may be different. That's right, the crypto analytics platform says its CoinDays destroyed metric, which looks at the value of each Bitcoin transaction while giving weight to the number of days since the coins were last moved, remained flat as Bitcoin rallied above 10,000 over the weekend, indicating that hodlers are not taking the opportunity to sell their crypto. That's definitely a good sign. And taking a look at Glassnode's tweet, in contrast to the last 2 times Bitcoin hit 10,000 USD, we haven't seen an increase in Bitcoin days destroyed today, and that's a fact. Also, another top crypto analyst is more cautious in the short term. We're talking about Dave the Wave, who expects the dominant crypto crypto to go through a significant correction and drop all the way down to 6,900 before beginning its next bull cycle. Now I'll just go ahead and share with you, I personally do not feel a correction is likely to occur all the way back down to the high 6,000s. I think if we do have a correction, it'll be back down to 10,000, but that's just my 2 Satoshis. Dave does go on to share, a convincing breach of the long-term resistance will propel Bitcoin to $100,000 before the end of 2022. So although he sees a pullback in the short term to about 6,900, he's still very uber bullish for Bitcoin in the long haul, saying a 6-digit valuation is likely before the end of the year 2022. Now, I agree 100%. My personal prediction for this year is Bitcoin retests its all-time high set back in December of 2017 of 20,000. I feel we'll Hulk smash that. I like Max Keiser's prediction. Personally, I know Bitcoin is the global economy's G-spot, and I also know that $28,000 is in play before we see a major pullback, and then we're heading to 6 figures, and I'm sticking with it. And before we break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin will reach $100,000 and destroy anyone who gets in its way. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin maintaining just above 10,900 support, still up 6.7% for the day. We touched about 11,400 to 11,500 before consolidating back down to about 11,000, which is currently where we're at. I think we can blow past 14,000, which was last year's high. And I think once we touch that, we're going to creep to 20,000 fast, just like we witnessed Bitcoin climb almost $1,500 in the past 36 hours. It can continuously climb. If you really think about it, the last halving, which we witnessed back in 2016, over the course of a year and a half, by the end of 2017, Bitcoin rallied over 4,000%. Could you imagine if Bitcoin rallied another 4,000%? We'd be talking about a 400,000 Bitcoin valuation. But let's be realistic, because history doesn't always repeat. However, it intends to rhyme. So if history rhymes and we see another parabolic rally like we're starting to witness Bitcoin take off right now, it wouldn't be so far-fetched for Bitcoin to 5x, which would make it a $50,000 plus valuation, $55,000 to be exact at today's price of $11,000. Are you starting to see how easily bullish Bitcoin could eviscerate competitors? As we're witnessing right now, the Bitcoin dominance is going back into BTC. Many people are trading their altcoins. It's just a great time to be involved in the crypto space. I am absolutely loving it. If you are, let me know in the comments below. We have Ethereum, which has been soaring as well. Not too long ago, a few days back, it was $240. It surged all the way now to $330 before pulling back to where we're currently at about $315. Litecoin has been soaring, up 8.5% for the day. It typically tends to follow Bitcoin, just saying, now trading at $53. XRP down 0.3%, trading at 22 cents. Chainlink, which recently reached price discovery mode last week when it surpassed $5. It went all the way up to almost $9, has been consolidating as the king of cryptos is taking over the Bitcoin dominance once again. And now checking out some of the top exchange volume. Binance up a whopping 90% with 17 billion with a B in volume. B, baby, within the past 24 hours. Holy moly. BitMEX up almost 3% with 6 billion in volume. OKEX up 48% with almost 3 billion in volume. And we have Hobby Global up 73% with 3 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Now let's discuss our next story of the day. Hundreds of billions of dollars in U.S. Paycheck Protection Program funds have reportedly been dispensed to companies that did not need it. Max Keiser, shout out to Max and Stacy Herbert of the Keiser Report, discuss the matter as well as other controversial loans. This was actually recorded a couple weeks back, but it couldn't be more relevant, and it just goes to show you Max is on point and on the money. He's been telling gold bugs like Peter Schiff to purchase Bitcoin since it was trading at $1. And what did Peter Schiff do? Nothing. He's been neglecting his clients, telling them to not touch Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Quite interesting, right? In 2008 to 2009, when all the banks received government bailouts, those at the top of the pyramid, like Jamie Dimon, as I like to call him, argued that they really didn't need the bailout, but they had to take it because the Fed forced them and nobody else wanted to take it, says Stacy. How unfortunate to be forced to take trillions of dollars. Aw, my heart goes out to the Federal Reserve and central banks and Jamie Dimon. Not. All of those projects will be eviscerated, Max says, adding now Bitcoin is going to make its move. He explains that Bitcoin has been playing cat and mouse with these other projects to see who's right And who is wrong? It's going to go up to $100,000 per coin, obviously talking about the king of all crypto, but it's going to destroy everyone who gets in its way. So all these altcoin posers and government subsidy welfare bums will be eviscerated by the one true Bitcoin. It's about time, says Max, and I'll be sure to include this resource link to this interview in the show notes below the video in the description. Once again, shout out to Max Keiser. He's extremely bullish on Bitcoin. He shared on the Alex Jones show, InfoWars, that he sees Bitcoin climbing all the way to $500,000, and he feels the lead catalyst to that will be the global hash rate war. Right now, Iran controls 3% of the hash power, and other countries around the world are fighting for it. But interestingly enough, the United States is not fighting for it. They're just printing more and more money as their central banking system is on the verge of collapse. But that's just my 2 Satoshis, and I'm sticking with it. Now, before we break down our next story of the day, top analyst Tone Bays, shout out to Tone, says rapid Bitcoin rise to new all-time highs is likely if the crypto king overcomes one final hurdle. We're going to be discussing what this final hurdle is, but before we do, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 320 billion. It just feels good to see crypto market cap above 300 billion once again, with 122 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the current Bitcoin dominance is 63.1%. So the Bitcoin dominance has been back on the climb, taking away some of the market share of the altcoins. And taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Kava.io up 25%, trading at $2.59. Quant up 14%, trading at $8.39. Ren up 11%, trading at 16 cents. Divi up 10%, trading at 6.7 cents. Band Protocol up almost 10%, trading at $3.78. And Miss Litecoin, the silver to Bitcoin's crypto gold, is up 9%, trading at $53.46. Below that, we have Hive, Synthetics Network, and then the king of all crypto, Bitcoin, up about 7% for the day. And now taking a look at the biggest losers within the past 24 hours in the top 100. Ampleforth, one of the DeFi projects, down 25% today. They've been extremely volatile, to say the least, now trading at $1.84. Flexicoin down 7.5%, trading at 0.004. Celsius down 7%, trading at 39 cents. Compound down 6.5%, trading at $132. Digibyte down 6%, trading at 2.2 cents. And Aurora down 6%, trading at 1.2 cents. Below that, we have Cosmos, Elron, and DX Chain Token. Out of this list of altcoins, which ones in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins. I swear, when I hit the record button like 10 minutes ago, bulls were leading and in control, but that's how fast this market can switch at the drop of a hat, as the bears are now back in control, but barely. They're duking it out, to say the least, with only about 200,000 in superiority in the last 24 hours, with shorts barely leading with 50.04% versus 49.96% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all cryptos? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators. Hallelujah, we're finally back in extreme greed. I swear to you, I haven't seen extreme greed in approximately 6 months, till before the pandemic occurred. And now for the first time in a very long time, we're back in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the crypto greed and fear index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And before we break down our final story of the day regarding Tone Bays, talking about one last hurdle for the king of all crypto to overcome before we can break out to all-time highs, first I want to remind you to check out the show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 490 plus videos. That's right, I'm fast approaching 500 videos right here on the channel, as well as 10,000 subscribers, and I greatly appreciate your support. I have some helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. This is updated every day and also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button right below this video. Click the share button and just spread the crypto love. Let other people know about the show. I greatly appreciate the support. You can also visit the direct link, which is cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. If you didn't know, well, guess what? now you know. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And I also am very active on Facebook. I have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click the link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as you should be, because crypto Telegram is jumping to say the least, all you need to do is click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Veteran crypto strategist Tone Vays says Bitcoin may be en route to printing a new all-time high after its sudden rise above 11K, but first it must flash one more bullish technical signal. That's right. The analyst says Bitcoin's rising market dominance suggests the crypto king is poised to launch a sustained uptrend, which is different from the parabolic rally that ended quickly in 2019. Here's what Tone Vays recently shared. So as long as this trend continues, I will be very bullish on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will have a pullback back to 10K. After that, it can take off to a new all-time high quickly, just like gold. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin very much. I'm not touching my HODL position. And he goes on to share, I was selling my HODL position in 2019 to prepay bills because I did not trust the rally to 14K. I trust this rally to go way higher. I'm way more bullish now than I was in early 2019. So as you can see, a lot of influencers extremely bullish, as they should be right now. In order for Bitcoin bulls to dominate the market, Vays says, must hold above the crucial line at $10,000. He goes on to share, I need a full candle above the trend line. This is a start. It looks like this candle will begin and end above the trend line. That is step number one to a sustained trend line break. We broke the trend line. Can we sustain it? This is a very good start because this candle would have to fall a lot to get back below the trend line. We don't have to stay above it for many weeks. If this candle closes above 10,000 on a weekly scale, that's enough for me. All right, now let's discuss Bitcoin's global economy, G-spot, and some of the macroeconomic factors which are making Bitcoin so uberly bullish right now. We have the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust purchasing more Bitcoin, which is actually being mined. We have the Cash App, which is also purchasing tremendous amounts of Bitcoin. We have Paul Tudor Jones, considered one of the greatest investors of our time, who just recently allocated 2% of his investment portfolio into the king of all crypto. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars into Bitcoin from one single individual. We have Visa, who just recently announced a partnership with Bitcoin and crypto onboarding. We have payment processors such as PayPal with a user base of over 300 million users embracing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and the list goes on and on. And to top it all off, the banks now want your Bitcoin and crypto. However, if you're a crypto purist at heart, you're more than likely not going to allow a centralized authority to touch your decentralized currency, but it is what it is. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, be sure to smash the link right below this video in the description and check out this system entitled OPM Wealth. Register, it's free to do so, and I look forward to connecting with you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.